Welcome back to Northern Tesla. Well, it finally happened. The FSD subscription is here. So he's only off by a few months. First he said in Q2, then in March he said a month, and if you account for Elon time, he's kind of spot on, if not early. If you haven't heard, the long-awaited FSD subscription model is finally here. It got released in the US last week, and only in the US, unfortunately. The price is what I expected at $199 a month. And since most people who have been anxiously waiting this news are current owners, in this video I'll discuss if the $199 pricing is worth it and other caveats that the subscription brings. Hey, and if it's your first time here, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button. So I'm obviously going to be discussing only the US prices. Canada was once again left out. I feel like we're the redheaded stepchild in this situation, like always with FSD. But anyways, I'm not bitter. So the FSD upgrade in the US is $10,000, which is a lot. Easy math says the deciding line is 50 months or a tad over 4 years. So if you plan on keeping your car for more than 4 years, then buying it outright is the better option. Now keep in mind, if doing this subscription and you have hardware 2.5, it'll cost you $1,000 for the hardware 3 upgrade. When you try to upgrade in your app, it'll tell you if you need the upgrade or not. And that adds about 8 months to your break-even line, so just think about that. Now let's do a deeper dive in the numbers just to show you exactly what I'm talking about with the lease and loan options. I'll be comparing a base Model 3 with the financial options available directly from Tesla. Other financing options will differ slightly depending on what kind of bank or offer you get. Let's get started with the lease, which is actually a confusing one. So for your standard lease with Tesla, your down payment is typically at $4,500. It's a term of 36 months. So for that, your lease payment is going to be $389 a month. So when you add FSD, it's $516 a month. When you want to add the FSD subscription, it's $588 a month, and that's over the 36 months. So with the lease, it's kind of confusing. I don't know where they get these numbers, and I verified this with a sales rep. But if you lease it and you pony up for FSD right off the bat, so you end up paying $1,000, it's still cheaper to lease that than to add the monthly subscription. But if you do the math on 36 months times 199, it's only about 7,000. So I don't know where they get that, but still cheaper to buy outright if you're doing lease. So for the loan, I'll be keeping the down payment at $4,500, and the APR percent financing is at 2.49 from Tesla. Let's start off at 48 months, which is, like I said, around the break-even line of 50 months. So without FSD, you are looking at $804 a month. If you want to add FSD and pay it outright, you're looking at $1,023 a month, while the subscription is $1,003. So very similar. Like I said, 50 months is the break-even line. So where you're seeing the difference is up on the loan terms is 60 months, you're looking at $651 a month without FSD, while with FSD, buying it outright will be $828 a month, and the subscription be $850 a month. While at 72 months, without FSD, it's $549 a month. If you want to add FSD outright, it's $699 a month, while the subscription is $748 a month. So yeah, you can see it. The longer you go up with term, the cheaper it is to buy it outright. One more thing to mention, which is an important one, if you buy it FSD outright, you're locked into that price. That's what you pay. With the FSD subscription, it's potentially going to go up. So even if you are paying $199 for the first 2 years, after that, it might go up. You don't know. All right. So definitely keep that in mind because that changes a lot of things. As you can see, buying outright is a better option if you plan on keeping your car for more than 4 years. Another thing to consider is it also adds value to the resale. Tesla may not factor in FSD in the trade-in offers, but the private market definitely does, and could even add value to your car as the FSD cost rises. One negative aspect of buying outright, though, is God forbid in the event of a crash, some insurance companies don't value FSD. So if the car is a write-off and you're replacing it, you may need to pony up to 10 grand again, which sucks. Now let's dive into the subscription option. If you're the type to only keep cars a few years and trade them back in, then subscription is definitely for you. I've also heard a lot of people say that they only subscribe for road trips. I guess that's an option, but I don't really see the point of that. Road trips are highway drives, and basic autopilot handles that easily without having to spend $200. But if it makes it easier for you, then why not? Where I see the benefit of a cancel anytime subscription is for owners to finally try out FSD. 10 grand is a hefty price tag to go off right off the bat. And if you can try out for a month and see if it's actually useful for you and something that you actually use on a daily basis like I do, then it's a great option. And that's what I would do. So that's it. Like any software subscription model, it's always cheaper in the long run to buy it outright. But there are a few scenarios where the subscription is the better option. If you're planning on getting the subscription, please let me know in the comments and tell me why. If you're still debating FSD, if it's for you, stay tuned for another video where I cover its merits and faults. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Hey, and also don't forget, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, again, thanks again. See you next week. H hardware 3 upgrade. Let's just restart this. No, let's do it for the bloopers. Anyways, I can't say subscription, so I'm going to be struggling throughout this entire video. So let's do a deep dive into the subscription. So now let's dive into the subscription. I can't see it. Now let's dive into the subscription option. Let's get started with the lease, which is actually a very confusing one because, if you do the math, you end up paying $10,000. So if you do the math on the lease, you end up paying $10,000 monthly fee if you do it monthly. So with with leasing option, but if you do a subscription, so with the subscription model brings, and if it's take 5. With the subscription, you'll still be paying forever. Keep in mind that with the subscription, if you want to, oh my God, it says the design line is 50 months or a tad over 4 years. So if you keep it, take 6. Anyways, where was I? Oh, so FSD upgrade is,